A bathroom remodel gets sold to homeowners in one very seductive phrase: 2 weeks. 2 weeks sounds organized, contained, survivable. You imagine a fast burst of noise, a little dust, a few inconvenient mornings, and then life goes back to normal. Then the calendar starts moving, the room stays torn apart far longer than expected, and you begin wondering whether somebody misled you. Usually the bigger truth is less dramatic and more frustrating. Bathroom remodels stretch because the work is sequential, the delays are cumulative, and almost none of the invisible waiting shows up in the original estimate. Your contractor may say 2 weeks. The real timeline is usually 6 to 8, because bathrooms move through bottlenecks, not just labor hours. That is the part homeowners miss. No single phase sounds outrageous by itself. Demo is quick. Rough plumbing and electrical are measured in days. Installing finishes sounds straightforward. But a remodel is not one uninterrupted block of work. It is a chain of dependencies. One step has to finish before the next can start, and some steps cannot even be scheduled until the prior one is inspected, signed off, or fully dried. The room may only be actively worked on for part of the total time, but you still live through every day in between, including the days where nothing seems to be happening, and the project is still very much not ready to move forward. Demo usually takes 1 to 2 days. Rough plumbing and electrical often need another 3 to 5. Fast on paper, but only if the next step is ready the moment they finish. Then the project hits its first real slowdown. Inspection waits can eat 1 to 2 weeks, and waterproofing plus tile easily adds another 1 to 2, because those steps need precision, cure time, and sequencing. Fixtures and finish work may only need 3 to 5 more days. But once you stack every stage plus the waiting between them, 6 to 8 weeks becomes the more believable minimum. Permits are where the homeowner's imagined schedule collides with the actual system. If plumbing, electrical, or layout changes trigger permit review, the clock starts before demolition and sometimes pauses again before walls can close. Nothing looks wrong from the driveway, but the job can still be standing still because paperwork, review, or inspection availability has not lined up yet. Homeowners often read that silence as disorganization when it is really process time. And once that first pause happens, it shifts waterproofing, tile, finish work, and every trade that was supposed to follow, which is why a delay that starts at the permit desk can still be felt weeks later when the vanity is waiting to go in. Materials create the second major blind spot. Homeowners think they picked the vanity, tile, and fixtures, so the project is ready. But custom vanities can run long, specialty tile may arrive late or damaged, and one back-ordered trim kit can keep a nearly finished bathroom from actually finishing. The installer cannot finish without the missing piece, and by the time that piece arrives, the original labor slot may be gone. What looked like a supply hiccup turns into calendar drift, because the room is now waiting on both the product and the person who was supposed to install it. Trades do not stay parked outside your house, waiting for one bathroom to be ready. Your plumber, electrician, tile setter, glass installer, and painter are all serving other jobs, which means a 2-day delay on your end can become a 1-week gap on the calendar. The work itself may be competent. The schedule is just operating inside a queue, and every interruption sends you back into it. The more useful question is not, why is nobody here today? It is, what has to happen before the next trade can return? This is the mechanism homeowners underestimate. Delays in bathroom remodels are not isolated events. A permit wait pushes waterproofing. Waterproofing delays tile. Tile delays the glass installer. The glass installer's new availability pushes fixtures. Each one is individually small. Stacked, they are why 6 weeks turns into 9. The compounding is not a sign the contractor is disorganized. It is the natural behavior of a sequential project operating inside other people's schedules. The practical move is to plan for the lived timeline, not the optimistic one. If this is your only bathroom, decide in advance where people will shower, where toiletries will go, and how mornings will work. If you have kids, guests, or work from home routines, talk through that before demolition starts. Not after the toilet is out and the hallway is covered in plastic. Build emotional margin into the plan too, because frustration spikes when the family is expecting daily progress and the project starts behaving like a real construction schedule. Clear household expectations turn a drawn-out project into a managed inconvenience instead of a daily surprise. The honest version is not that contractors are hiding a secret 6-week project inside a 2-week promise. It is that homeowners usually hear the hands-on labor time and mistake it for total elapsed time. Once permits, inspections, material lead times, and trade rescheduling enter the picture, the timeline expands into something much more real. That does not make the project hopeless. It makes it something you should scope honestly from the beginning. So you make better decisions, ask better questions, and suffer a lot less when the bathroom is still unfinished on the date you originally circled.